Hello everyone, how are you all? Hope everyone is fine. Okay, so myself Moini West. I am going to present before you the topic digestive system. What is digestive system? Yeah, the word which simply strikes in our mind during digestive system is digestion. So what is digestion? Digestion simply means the breakdown of complex food molecules into smaller ones. Okay, hence the structure and organs which are responsible for the process of digestion is called as digestive system. Okay, so let's see how. So organs involved in digestive system are mouth, esophagus, stomach, pancreas, liver, gallbladder, small intestine, large intestine, rectum. These are the organs which are responsible for proper digestion of food particles in our body. Mouth. We all have mouth. Mouth is the place from where we eat food, or it is the entry point of our digestive system. Okay. Two types of digestion take place in our mouth: mechanical digestion, chemical digestion. Mechanical digestion thus takes place with the help of teeth. Teeth does the work of cutting the food particles into smaller ones. Okay, and the chemical digestion takes place with the help of salivary glands present in our mouth. The three types of salivary gland which are present in our mouth are, any guesses? Yeah, sublingual, submandibular and parotid gland. So these are the glands which are responsible for secreting the enzyme called salivary amylase. They are responsible for secreting the saliva which contains the salivary amylase, and salivary amylase does the process of breaking down the starch particles in our food. Okay, so in the mouth itself the digestion is started. First step of digestion takes place in the mouth only. Then we have esophagus. Esophagus, you can see from the mouth, a long tube connects to the stomach. This particular tube is called as esophagus. Okay, so it moves the food from the mouth towards the stomach. Okay, in now in the food, it's in the mouth itself, the food particle is digested and it changes into a structure called bolus. Bolus is a small structure which consists of saliva and food particles. Okay, salivary juices and food particles. Okay, now this particular structure, this particular mass of food particle is called as bolus. So bolus slowly and slowly moves through esophagus towards the stomach. How the bolus moves? The bolus moves through the movement through peristalsis. Okay, now what is peristalsis? Peristalsis is the rhythmic contraction and expression of muscles present in the esophageal tube so that the particular bolus moves towards the stomach. Okay. So what is there anything which ensures that the movement takes place properly? The food movement takes place properly to the esophagus. Yes, there are sphincters. Okay, the sphincters are valve-like structure which controls the flow of movement of food particles, any foreign particles in the digestive system. Okay, so they are controlled involuntary. So what happens at the entry point of a stomach? We have sphincters present, and these sphincters, as the food particles slowly and slowly move through the peristalsis towards the stomach, this sphincters allows the entry of the food particles into the stomach. Okay, so we have various sphincters present in our digestive system which act as a regulatory check, or it helps in the proper flow of the movement of food particles in the digestive system. Okay, so these structures prevent backflow of the food particles, and it ensures the proper flow of food particles. Or otherwise our digestive system will be hampered if these structures are not present in our digestive system. Okay, similarly we have another structure called epiglottis. The epiglottis is a flap-like structure which prevents the entry of food particle into the windpipe. see that windpipe are present in front of food pipe, that is esophagus. So there is a flap-like structure near the larynx which is called epiglottis, which prevents the entry of food particle in the windpipe, and it ensures the food should go into the food pipe itself. Okay. Now, stomach. The stomach is divided into four regions. It is a J-shaped organ. After the esophagus, the food moves towards the stomach. Okay. Now we can see that there are four regions of the stomach, or four parts of stomach. The first part is cardia, which is just present at the opening of esophagus into the stomach. Then we have fundus, which is present above, which is the area above the cardia region, okay, of a stomach. Then we have body part, okay, which is the largest region of the stomach. And then we have pyloric part, which is divided into the pyloric antrum and pyloric canal, and it is the end point of the stomach. Okay. So it is the stomach only where the food remains for 3 to 4 hours. Okay. And here the acids and enzymes are present in the stomach, which are responsible for digesting different protein particles. Okay. So which acid is present in the stomach? Yes, HCl, and it is responsible for maintaining the acidic condition of our stomach, and hence any foreign particles entered in the stomach can be easily digested here. Okay. Then we have pancreas. We all know that pancreas is a type of gland which secretes hormone that regulates the body sugar or blood glucose level in our body. Okay. But what's the role of pancreas in digestive system? Yeah, pancreas secretes pancreatic juice, and it neutralizes the acidic condition which we have discussed just before in the stomach. So pancreatic juice secreted from pancreas is responsible for neutralizing the acid condition of the stomach. Okay, so we can see the pancreas, it secretes pancreatic juice. Then we have pancreatic duct. Through this duct only pancreatic juice is carried towards the stomach or intestine. Okay. Then we have liver. Liver is an organ, largest organ, and it is responsible for secreting bile juice, which is temporarily stored in the gallbladder, and from the gallbladder it is traveled towards the digestive system. Okay. Now we can see the gallbladder. Gallbladder contains the bile juice secreted from the liver, and from gallbladder slowly and slowly the bile juice moves towards the intestinal part or stomach. Okay. Then we have small intestine. Small intestine, the name is little much confusing, as the small intestine is the largest part of the digestive system. It is larger than the large intestine. It is divided into three parts: duodenum, jejunum, ileum, and most of the digestion takes place in jejunum itself. Ileum is responsible for absorption and duodenum is responsible for opening. Okay. So duodenum is present just below the stomach, and jejunum is present just below the duodenum. Then we have ileum. Okay. Then we have large intestine. Okay. As you can see in the figure, large intestine is divided into ascending colon, transverse colon, descending colon, sigmoid colon. After large intestine we have rectum and then anus. Large intestine is responsible for absorption of food particles, and rectum and anus is responsible for defecation or removal of waste particles from our body. Okay. We can see through the ileum it is joined. Then we have caecum. Then we have appendix. Appendix is a vestigial organ, that means no use. Okay. Now the process of digestion. Now the process of digestion has been divided into 5 phases, that is ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, egestion. Ingestion simply means taking in food particles. Okay. Digestion means breakdown of complex food substance into smaller food substance or soluble food substance. Then we have absorption. Digested food diffuses into the bloodstream. Then we have assimilation, that is transport. Assimilation, once the food is digested and absorbed in the bloodstream, then the transport and use of the absorbed food is done by body cells. And we have egestion, that is removal of undigested food particles. The undigested food particles is removed from the in our body. Okay, so sometimes digestion is direct. Sometimes if we eat some unwanted food particles is directly ingested from the mouth. So the figure shows that sometimes when we eat something, it is directly ingested also. Okay, it is. So let's move into detail. Ingestion. Okay, so tongue is a muscle that pushes your food towards the teeth to be mechanically processed and shapes your food into a small round pieces to be swallowed. I think it is clear to you all. So tongue mixes the food particles and it helps in pushing the food particles towards the esophagus, and then this food particles is called as bolus. Okay, so bolus is a round pieces which is to be swallowed. Okay, then we have digestion and absorption. Let's see how it is. In the picture it has it clearly shows that the mechanical digestion and chemical digestion takes place in my mouth. Okay, that is when we cut anything, like cut and chew anything, the mechanical digestion takes place there only. Then we have salivary amylase, which does the process of digestion of carbohydrates, that is chemical digestion of carbohydrate, as amylase is responsible for digestion of carbohydrate. So in mouth what happens? Chemical digestion of carbohydrate. Okay, then moving to second, esophagus. In esophagus we have esophagus. Okay, so in esophagus the mixing happens, peristaltic mixing, that's our smooth muscles present in the esophagus contracts and expands. It mixes the food particles. Okay, so once the food particle reaches towards the stomach, we the acid present in the stomach digests the protein particles. Okay, to digest the protein particles. So in the stomach the chemical digestion of protein particles takes place. Okay, so and absorption of lipid soluble particles also takes place in the stomach. Okay, so then the food particle reaches towards the small intestine, and in the small intestine, in a small intestine all type of digestion take place. All type of digestion means that is here carbohydrates are also digested, lipids are also digested, proteins are also digested, nucleic acids are also digested. So all type of chemical digestion takes place in small intestine. Okay, and beside this mechanical digestion is taking place as it happens to the mixing and peristaltic movement of digestive system. Okay, then here only in the small intestine only, in the ileum part, the absorption of peptides and amino acids, glucose, fructose, lipids, water, minerals and vitamins and whatever important present in the digestion is absorbed in the small intestine itself. Okay, then we have last part, that is large intestine. Here also mechanical digestion takes place and there is no chemical digestion, that is the mixing happens and no chemical digestion, and only the absorption of ions, water, minerals and any others, water, minerals, acids are absorbed here. Okay, so this is the broader wide work of digestion. Now what's the role of liver? You can see Once the food reaches the stomach, we liver secretes the bile, okay, bile juice, and which moves through the bile duct towards the stomach, okay. Liver secretes the bile juice which is stored in gallbladder, and then the gallbladder through gallbladder and bile duct the bile moves into the stomach, and in stomach it is responsible for maintaining the neutralizing the acidic condition of a stomach, okay. Then we see the pancreas. The pancreas secretes pancreatic juices and it moves through the small intestine, and there the pancreatic juice is containing different enzymes for digestion of protein, starch and fatty acid, okay. So pancreatic juice contains pepsin, trypsin and different other enzymes which is responsible for digestion of protein and carbohydrates and fatty acids, okay. Then we have small intestine where all type of digestion take place. Then we have large intestine, and then we have finally rectum and anus which is responsible for defecating our body, okay. Then egestion. Egestion is the removal of waste food particles from our body, that is defecating our food, defecating the waste from our body. And in this the structure responsible are large intestine and rectum and anus. And large intestine you all know is divided into the ascending colon, transverse colon, descending colon, and then rectum and finally anus, and hence the removal of waste particles from our body. So, in brief, in summary, we can see that the mechanical digestion takes place in the mouth, which includes chewing and swallowing. Then the chemical digestion also takes place in the mouth, which includes the digestion of carbohydrates and fats with the help of salivary amylase. Then the in stomach also mechanical digestion takes place, which includes peristaltic mixing and proportion. Then we have chemical digestion of fats and proteins in stomach, and simultaneously we have absorption of lipid soluble substances also in the stomach, okay. Then in the small intestine we have mechanical digestion including mixing and segmentation and propulsion. Then we have chemical digestion of carbohydrate, fats, proteins, nucleic acid, everything. And then fine, here only absorption also take place of peptides, amino acid, glucose, fructose, fats, minerals, vitamins. Then we have large intestine where mechanical digestion also takes place, but no chemical digestion, okay, no chemical digestion. And absorption of iron, water, minerals, vitamins and organic molecules, all type of absorption take place in here large intestine. Then finally through rectum and anus the extra waste particles are defecated from our body, okay. We have understood the role of everything: mouth, esophagus. We have understood the role of liver, gallbladder and pancreas also, and we have understood the role of large intestine and small intestine also, and finally and large intestine is small intestine, and then the role of rectum and anus, okay. So thank you for listening me carefully. Hope you enjoyed the session. Stay home, stay safe and take care, and stay tuned also. Bye bye.